Hello and welcome back to my channel. We're going to be getting to some Patreon requests for the month of September, and we're going to start with a little mini marathon of arcade band recommended tracks. And the first one we're going to be doing, I'm going to give you a nice list right here, is FT Island. Finally going to be checking out some FT Island after diving, decently deep into a lot of N-Flying stuff. I've come to absolutely love them. So now we're going to do their younger group of the same company in FT Island. This is a request from Mimi. Then we're going to hop on to Hoppipolla yet again. I didn't mean to do that. That was completely okay. Hoppipolla is then after FT Island. That is a request from Jenna. Then we're going to dive into some DAY6 with a B-side off of their debut album Colors from Aisha. And then finish out with a request from Indigo, W24. We checked out one of their songs last month. This is going to be a cover of Neurotic by TVXQ that they did for a competition show, which they won. This one is kind of more the, not the actual performance from the show, but like a studio recorded version, like special clip basically. If you guys are interested, we're going to be checking out some Patreon exclusive K-Band stuff today as well. Might be up as this uploads, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to get it up on the same day. Superband stuff, as always, from our two requesters of Superband content, and that stuff is always so awesome. And then we're going to be moving on to N-Flying live stages, and then the Rose. So let's do it. We're going to start off with some FT Island. This is Wind. Let's go. I forget the name of the guy that we checked out that did the duet with Hosung of N-Flying. I forget his name. Does this have captions? Yes, thank you. This is very moody. I appreciate how cinematic this is. Oh, I love the sound of the rain in this intro.
그대 모르나요 아직도 그대는 나는 그리워요 아직도 나는요 우리 사랑한 추억을 건드려 떠나는 눈물 찾아요 이미 멀어진 그대의 발걸음 못 잡겠죠 지금 나는요 I need you I love you 부서진 나의 맘이
Oh man, he has got some powerful voice. Oh.
그댄 어딨나요 모든 걸 남긴 채
That was a perfect tone setter for this song before having the rest of the band come in here.
그대의 모든 걸 아주 가끔은 날 생각해줘요 그곳에 나는 없지만 내가 그대를 찾아서 갈게요 흐르는 눈물 닦고서 I will go I will find 언젠가 만날 거야 차가운 바람에 내 몸이 망가져도
Oh, dude, his vocals are so clear. The way he enunciates his wording.
닫고서 I will go, I will
I didn't expect something so orchestral sounding from them.
만날 거야. 차가운 바람에 내 몸이 망가져도
Oh, I love how they let that ring out.
나를 떠나간 그대 앞에서 말을 할 거야. 돌아오라고.
Oh, he's so impressive. Was this the guy? It must have been. Oh my god, he's going off. I'm so sorry to pause this, but holy shit, I just want to appreciate this fully. I thought there were multiple vocalists in this group, which is why I was confused, and I thought it might have been someone else. It had to be him that was in the duet. Shit. He has a lot of strength in his voice. He's not even like pushing a lot. He can just project. Oh, and the drums here.
I need you.
Yes.
I love you. 부서질 나의 맘이 불러요. 그대를 언제나 사랑해요. I will go. I will find. 언젠가 떠날 거야.
Oh, I'm so in love with this song right now. Look at his eyes. That's how you do a ballad-like song with so much sincerity. There's nothing hokey about that, and I think that comes from both his vocal performance and you have a perfect matching video for this song. It was excellent. I really, really like that, and I don't know why, but when it comes to groups that I don't know, you still have that kind of preconceived notion of what they will be or what they might be. And in my head, and maybe it was just because, if I recall correctly, that duet, as opposed to Hosung, his voice maybe came off as a bit more gruff, because I don't know when this actually came out, but yeah, 2017, and they debuted in 2007, I think. I'm assuming when they did the duet, he was maybe a bit older. His vocals, for some reason, if I'm trying to remember, sounded a bit more rough to me. Rough in a sense of he sounded like an older guy. Where here, they're so much more angelic than I remember that being. And I did like his performance in that. I'm just trying to say what I expected as opposed to what I got in this song. And I really, really like this song a lot. It's the kind of ballad-like thing that I totally mess with. It had some emo leanings that remind me of a Hoppipolla song with the orchestral beats mixed in there. I really like this a lot, and this was one of their more recent tracks, you would say, because it was only 4 years ago and they've been around for freaking over 10 years, so that's pretty nuts. I really, really enjoy this. Thank you so much, Mimi, for the request. We have opened the Pandora's box into yet another group that we're gonna have to be checking out over time, but I really, really did like this. Now, let's move on to my dudes in Hoppipolla with Let's. This, as I said, is a request from Jenna. Something a little bit different, Jenna says, than what we've been checking out from Hoppipolla. Mostly those sad boy emo anthems that I really enjoy. This one maybe a bit more upbeat and not so in your feelings. At least not in that way. We've been seeing a lot of them on Patreon in those Superband reactions. And I've loved every performance I've seen on Superband. Oh, I'm digging that like synth keyboard. Yeah, you can already tell this is so much lighter fare. Oh my god, the braces. They look like such dorks. I love it. Ooh. God, I'm such a sucker for any kind of synth. Like, you could throw it in anything. I don't care. Throw it in a heavy rap song. Throw it in like a metal track. I don't care. I love it in everything. I love it in absolutely everything. Even those little flourishes. I mean, yeah, this girl has friggin' girlfriend energy written all over her. Perfect actress choice. Why? He looks so young there. Because he's a bit older as someone to recently debut, right? I think. This is a cute video. I'm assuming this has some references to just... Well, let me see. Some kind of COVID stuff? Yeah, it's August 2020 when this dropped. That I have to imagine it is also partially just referencing being separated from your loved ones kind of thing. But I could also be looking way into that every time that this device is used these days. Oh, the harmonizing. Head doll in the back. Remember these guys? Okay, so we have Isle, we have Hyungsang. Those are the two obvious ones. But then we have Jinho and Jaehyun. Did I nail it? It's been a month. I really like that beat on the outro. I wish it held a little bit longer. Oh, I like that. Yeah, very different in terms of just its tone in general, but it was really low-key and like a really chill summer song. A lot of summer songs are bright, and that's good, but you don't always have to be that bright, really poppy, fun summer song. A nice chill, you know, by the pool in twilight sounding song for the summer is a perfect fit as well. And this came out in August of last year, so I think it was a really, really great fit. I like this. And different from what I'm used to with Hoppipolla, because I haven't gone into any of their stuff outside of like the title tracks that we checked out on YouTube, and also their covers and their live performances that they've done on Superband on Patreon, which those have been just amazing. Their performances are electric. I love them so much. We checked out their cover of Creep. That was my first exposure to Hoppipolla, but that was like the studio version that we checked out here on YouTube, which blew my mind. But the live version, Youngsang singing in that live version on Superband is just something to behold, man. Like, if you haven't seen it, you don't even need to subscribe to my Patreon, anything like that. I wouldn't mind if you did, but it's somewhere there on the internet. Please, you owe it to yourself to check that out. It was very, very freaking good. All right, well, thank you so much to Jenna. That was awesome. Something different from Hoppipolla to add into my discography of theirs. All right, let's move on to our old standbys. The first K-band that I really got into in DAY6. I have really severely been lacking on the DAY6 reactions. I actually have had their emergency like VCR or whatever special clip that they did in one of my tabs for like 4 months, and I just have not done it yet. But this one is from Aisha. This song is Colors. Going to be checking out a lyric video for this. This is off of their first album. So is this off of, because wasn't there like their first complete album that they put out was part of the Every DAY6 project? Like, it was one of like the right? I'm pretty sure that was it. But this is like a final version of the song that they released in 2017. Here comes the synth to ruin my life. One Pillow, I love you, but you look like a serial killer in that photo with that the light half on your face. Digging this like marching band drumline. Oh yeah, this is for sure a DAY6 track. I like the flares of guitar we're getting in the back here. Ooh. Oh my god. I love how this sounds. This is like an alternative rock ballad of the early to mid 2000s. It's reminding me of a lot of songs I used to listen to back then. Oh, the slide. The way Sungjin is holding out those notes give this such impact for a drop in a chorus that doesn't go too hard, and I appreciate that. Because it allows the mood to take over rather than the energy power of the guitars. Oh my god, One Pill. Yes, come back to it. This is way too quiet, by the way. What is this reminding me of? This just reminds me so much of some alternative songs from like the mid 2000s. But what specifically? Oh. Oh, is that Jay going off right now? Whoa. Sungjin really owned this song for me. I loved how he sounded on this. The perfect singing tone here. Which is funny. Usually I find that Young K really does with just what he can do with his voice always throws me for a goddamn loop, but this time Sungjin really brought it. I thought he fit perfectly on that chorus and alternating a bit there with Wonpil looking like a freaking model in this photo, by the way. What the hell's going on over there? Shout out to you on the drums. Always got to give you respect because you don't get the lines here in the lyric videos, so sometimes you forget the drummers. Never forget the drummers. They keep pace with the song. They are the structure of the song. I love that. That was one of the better DAY6 B-sides I've heard in a good bit, because I think when I've reacted to what, maybe 3 or 4 of their albums now on Patreon, and their last album I liked, but I didn't love it, and a lot of those B-sides I don't think have gotten a ton of playing time from me just over time, but a lot of their previous stuff, like off of Entropy, holy shit, are those B-sides so freaking good. They're so good. But this one, solid, A+ for this. I'm hoping that this version, maybe this more cleaned up version, is on Spotify as opposed to whichever one was there before it, off of like their first album kind of thing. But yes, thank you so much for the request. I love that very much. That was Aisha. Thank you so much. Now we're gonna move on to our last track today for our K-Band amalgamation mini marathon from Indigo, who I know Indigo has been absolutely loving this group. We've been talking about them somewhat in DMs and stuff. W24, this is going to be a cover of Neurotic by TVXQ. Now, I don't know much about this group in terms of like members and everything. I do know that they're pretty popular as like a worldwide group. If I remember correctly, I think one of their members does speak fluent Spanish, right? And actually from like Latin communities, they actually get a surprising amount of views. Indigo had sent me a video of I think some of their behind the scenes stuff that they've done, and it has like millions of views, like to the point where I was like, what? This has like way more views than they do have subscribers, and like way more views than any of their actual songs have, and this is like a behind the scenes video. So really interesting, just kind of a different audience that's being taken by this group, and I always find that stuff to be really cool. So let's do it. This is W24 with the TVXQ song Neurotic.
My Ryan's right.
Okay, this has a way different energy from their last song.
시작은 달콤하게 평범하게 나에게 끌려 언제나 그랬듯이 먼저 말을 걸어와 모든 가능성 열어둬 사랑은 뭐다 이미 수식어 red ocean 난 breaking my rules again 알잖아 지루한 걸 조금 다쳐도 넌 괜찮아
I hear you rising, Sid.
넌 나를 원해 넌 내게 빠져 넌 내게 미쳐 헤어날 수 없어 I got you Under my sky 넌 나를 원해 넌 내게 빠져 넌 내게 미쳐 넌 나의 너야 I got you Under my sky
This is interesting. He's doing way more of like your like traditional rock frontman energy here. This is like a song that's a mix of like some U2 with almost like when this drop comes in, it reminds me of those like fantasy leaning metal bands. Like you almost have like a choir sound in the back. But I think it's just the electronic keyboard. Oh.
혈관을 타고 흐르는 수억의 나의 크리스탈 마침내 시작된 현실의 빛은 너 이것도 사랑이라니까 넌 나를 원해 넌 내게 빠져
There's a lot of panache to
넌 내게
this.
미쳐 헤어날 수 없어 I got you
It's like a little sexy, very controlled. Right? This is eclectic. Oh my god, that was so impressive. There's something about this that has a theatricality to it that is reminding me of like those older rock outfits or something. Like this is totally different in genre, but like the way that group like Ghost sometimes can perform, where it's almost like there's some character that's going on in front of you, like there's a story. It's very interesting. This is quirky. Ooh. Oh, that melody hits when they all jump. Oh my god, he's so into it. Headbang guy keyboard. Ooh. Wow, I dug that. Yeah. So their previous one that we checked out was Sola Famido or something like that. It was something of that effect. It's a hard song name to pronounce or even to remember off the top of my head, but I like that one. It was of lighter fare, so this kind of video is a maybe has a theme of groups doing things that I'm not used to them doing. Even though that's the only song from them that I know, I really liked seeing a bit of their range here and what they are capable of. I would love to know, as someone who doesn't really know too much about TVXQ, I've done some reactions here and some live reactions of them on Patreon, but I don't know a lot of their discography. I don't know the song Erotic, I don't believe. Let me know if this is like heavily rearranged or anything, but I liked the sound of this. And knowing that actually from some of the live performances I've seen from TVXQ, that they can also have that old showmanship, kind of embodying a time and place thematic kind of thing in their performances. that I see that translating a bit here in their performance, and I really did like that. Thank you so much, Indigo. Really showed a breadth of the range, and I think, didn't these guys either just have a comeback? That's what that video I mentioned before was on, the behind the scenes of, I think, the making of that. Or maybe it's coming up very soon. You guys will have to let me know, but I might have to check that out. Maybe we do like I just, even regardless of Patreon request stuff, I just try to pick a song I haven't heard of, a title track or what have you, from each group K-band that I really like, and we just do another like marathon kind of thing, because I like these videos. I think they're a lot of fun. You guys get to see things you're not normally checking out when it's in a condensed form like this. So thank you so much. If you guys want to request something of your own, you can do that on Patreon. You can check out a lot of live performances, album reactions, variety shows, lots of different content on there. We're going to be doing, as I said, if I could just bring it up real quick, 2 longer videos, 3 actually videos of Superband again this month. We're going to be doing also some End Flying live performances and the Rose yet again. And man, the Rose 2 also really has flown under my radar for too long after I've checked out a bunch of Woo-sung's like solo stuff here and there, and just some of their other songs in an eclectic fashion. But I've really enjoyed everything that I've seen from them, and Woo-sung especially just has that traditional like sexy rock frontman style about him that is so incredibly alluring. I've really enjoyed everything from them. So yeah, you can check that stuff out on Patreon if you're interested. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you're new. Check out my other reactions to these K-bands and other K-bands down below in the description, and I'll see you next time.